Starting lineups for this evening's game. First for the Denver Nuggets. The rookie guard from LSU, number 3, Chris Jackson. Fourth-year guard from Georgetown, number 34, Reggie Williams. Sixth-year center from Oregon, number 41, Blair Rasmussen. Fourth-year forward from North Carolina, number 42, Joe Wolf. And rookie forward from Arizona, number 45, Anthony Cook. The assistant coaches Mike Evans and Jim Boyle. The trainer, Larry Franken. And now the starting lineup for the New Jersey Nets. The second-year guard from Oklahoma, 6 feet 1 inches tall, number 10, Mookie Blaylock. The 13th-year guard from UNLV, 6 feet 7 inches tall, number 24, Reggie Theus. The 4th-year center from Yale, 6 feet 11 inches tall, number 22, Chris Dudley. Third-year forward from Auburn, 6 feet 8 inches tall, number 34, Chris Morris. And the rookie forward from Syracuse, 6 feet 10 inches tall, number 44, Derek Coleman. The head coach of the Nets, Bill Fitch. The assistant coaches, Tom Newell and Rick Carlisle.
So there are your starting lineups. The referees tonight, Woody Mayfield, Tommy Nunez, and Dan Crawford. Denver also has another thing, that old expression, you can't tell a player without a scorecard. Well, they've had so many injuries. They've had 21 different starting lineups this year. Sometimes when you're as bad a team as they have been, you make changes, but a lot of those changes have been due to the fact that they have just had some debilitating injuries. They're without, of course, their big scorer, Michael Adams, right now. Orlando Woolridge is just back, only his second game back. He missed 22 games with a detached retina in his right eye. He'll see action. He got 20 points last night against Miami. But making up for Michael Adams, that's going to be tough. 45 points against the Nets last time, 11 rebounds, 12 assists, a triple-double. Chris Morris, a great game against Atlanta, 32 points, up against Anthony Cook, who played in Europe last year. Rasmussen against Dudley, and Dudley coming off what might have been his finest game of the year, 17 boards for Dudley. And no doubt about that, Chris Morris had his finest performance on Wednesday night here at the Meadowlands.
Yeah, your initial thought, the most minutes missed, I think, through injuries,
yes,
Denver. And the Nets' improvement, you can point at a lot of people, but Morris relaxing, understanding what to do, and Dudley playing so hard.
Oh, yeah.
And it just impacts on everybody positively.
Well, here's Chris starting it right off. Put right home by Derek Coleman.
Well, you got to get back quickly against the Nuggets.
First man down. Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
A lot of individual. Anthony Cook pulled the string.
They don't really shoot that well either. They shoot a lot. They shoot 44% of the floor. Michael Adams only a 39% shooter.
Mostly that deep jumper, too.
Here's Derek Coleman firing away. Didn't get the roll. We'll get a foul on Chris Dudley over the back. Dudley picks up his first, and the first team foul against the New Jersey Nets.
And he has stayed out of foul trouble,
Yeah.
not doing that. So that's not a good early one, not a good sign.
Play within yourself. And I think sometimes you get a little too excited when you're up against the Denver team. You think you can do certain things.
Nice
that,
hustle.
think you can do certain things that you maybe can't do against other teams, but you just keep still playing the game. That was a nice look by Mookie. Three-pointer.
Using the floor, spacing. Pretty unselfish basketball team right now.
Everybody looking for everybody else, and the Nets have jumped out to a 5-0 lead. Here's Jackson. Joe Wolf firing. Dudley, nice tip, gets it over to Mookie. Good lead, little too far for Chris Morris.
And the home crowd, earlier in the year, they may have let him go, right? Things weren't going well for Bill Fitch. Now support all around the perimeter.
Help him out. Here's Jackson, only 2 years at LSU.
You'd fit right in this offense, though. Usually one pass clutch and let it go.
Here's Williams. Former Georgetown great that they got from San Antonio, and the Nets lead it 5-2.
And really a welcome addition, playing well.
Here's Reggie, and we'll get a foul. I believe it's going to go against Rasmussen. No, check it. It's going to go against.
There's a case. Reggie normally would shoot that when you hear the whistle.
Yeah.
But he had committed to the pass because he had drawn Dudley's man, Rasmussen, early.
But they're going to give him a shot. They're so used to Reggie going up.
Wow.
Why not?
Oh, my goodness.
They gave the foul to Reggie Williams.
I saw Paul Westhead just asking down below. A break.
Yeah, Reggie's got 5 points, and the Nets lead it 7-2. There's Jackson.
Well, there's no question in mind that he can play. Just have no reservations whatsoever.
I just have to hope for the youngster that physically, oh, that's a clobber. You can hear it over here. And the foul will go against Joe Wolf on Derek Coleman's arm.
Could hear that in Chapel Hill.
Dean Smith wouldn't have liked it.
Pinned, and if he played defense like this in Chapel Hill, Dean would have the hook out.
That's right.
Look, Liddy, a powerful rookie, shape up like that. Not good, Dean.
So here's Derek Coleman at the line. Rookie 9th in the league now in rebounding. 10.3 a game. He's shooting 72% from the free throw line. 73 as we bring it to the
Rounded to the
rounded
higher
number.
number.
That's right. You got that from 8th grade. It's
Well,
now 72
it's now-
after those two. Nice look by Jackson to Williams. Dudley with a block. Great look. Reggie, nice look to Mookie. That's lead at 9-4. This is Cook.
Really a team without a center. Rasmussen likes that perimeter shot, as most of the club does.
So Wolf has the rebound. Here's Rasmussen. Good block by Derek Coleman. Chris Morris. Good move. Knocked away by Rasmussen and picked up by Williams. Morris was clobbered. And no whistle was blown. Here's Jackson fire.
Nice rotation. The pull up. Let the traffic go by.
That's lead it by 3. 8:50 left in this first quarter. Denver isn't pressing the way they did earlier in the year.
Chris Morris took some shot on that giveaway earlier.
It'll still be net ball. Get a lot of second chances against Denver.
Paul Westhead and Jimmy Boylan. Jimmy Boyle. Jimmy Boylan's the New Hampshire coach. Two St. Joe's guys.
They won a game, New Hampshire, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They did. And beat Holy Cross, as a matter of fact. But Jimmy Boyle was the St. Joe's coach. Westhead was the LaSalle coach. Both played for Jack Ramsey. Jimmy Lynam, Matty Gukas, to name a few.
Mookie. Mookie blowout with his second field goal, and that's lead 11-6. 8:20 left first quarter. Here's Cook. Rasmussen. Nice rebound, Morris to Blaylock. 3 against 3. Here's Coleman. Great position. He gets it off the glass.
Really got a great sense of how to use his body. And Rasmussen didn't want to help, but assisted.
Jackson, he's keeping him in the game. He has 6 of their 8 points, and the Nets lead by 5. Now, the interesting thing against this team, you really don't look like you're throwing it up that much, and you look in 5 minutes, you have 13 points. You're on your way to a 30-plus quarter. Coleman.
You're going to score because they force that pace for themselves to score.
And they're in forecourt in 3 seconds. So when you watch the 24-second clock, counts for quite a few more trips. Morris played the ball.
You gamble and you turn a guy baseline like that, you just can't get any support.
Well, they lull you into that too, don't they, Bill? Because they're playing that kind of style, and the danger is you get trapped in it yourself. Look at that position for Cole.
Just bad defense. You can't play bad defense. That's why they do lose. If you can keep your attention focused on the defensive end, you can match some baskets with them on occasion.
I have never seen Derek Coleman in the paint that deep that often. He's been in the paint that deep
Since grade school.
more times tonight than he's been all season in a particular game. You know what I'm saying?
And the Nets quickly going right to him. And why not? As you noted, step in, present yourself. An unselfish team finds their power forward. He's had a turn in one way, now the jumper the other. He's going to have an easy night if this keeps up.
Swagger. Nice logo, too.
6 minutes, 38 seconds left in this first quarter, and the Nets off to a good start, hitting 7 of 10 shots from the floor and a 17-10 lead.
And while we have a moment, Nets fans, this break in the action is a good time for you to break open an ice cold Budweiser and enjoy that clean, crisp taste. Yes, this Bud's for you.
7 of 10, and the level of difficulty, if this were a diving contest, the level of difficulty has not been great as far as if you put together the shot chart of the Nets, a lot of things happening 4 or 5 feet away from the basket is where you want to have it. And Orlando Woolridge will make his first appearance tonight. He's wearing those goggles, which he has to.
And people here remembered being spurned
And they
by
will.
O. And responded in kind with some unfavorable noises. Oh, and that's a favorable response.
Chris Morris puts it home, and the Nets have 19 points in less than 6 minutes.
I know Bill Fitch is going to take credit for the offense tonight. And why not, right?
Woolridge, his first 2, he can score. Before the injury, he was 4th in the league with 29 points a game.
Said he was coming along, feels better.
Reggie Theus fired.
But this is Orlando's philosophy. Just get up and down. Take that quick one.
Chris Jackson. Good rebound, Coleman.
And Reggie's, this is his call. He just, look at this. Nobody, they triple. That's an illegal D.
They didn't call it. Here's Jackson. Woolridge. Dudley very nearly got a piece of that one, too.
Sure did.
Nets by 7 with 5:10 left.
Never stops working, does he?
No, he's a tribute to really what hard work can give you.
Now they're going to double. Just can't let him continue to beat him.
And Mookie has the shot blocked that time by Reggie Williams. Here's Jackson to Williams.
Steps, yep, good call.
Over the Nets. It's interesting where they ran that break. They got it out in the wing, and they were trying to run a break from the wing with 2 guys to the left.
Well, some people believe in that sideline fast break. I'm not fond of it.
Neither do I.
But
Takes away an option.
Don Kennedy was a great fast break coach at St. Peter's.
I
and
won't
he
argue
believed
with
in
him.
it.
I won't argue with him. One heck of a coach at St. Pete.
But at some point, you got to hit that middle guy. I'm going to accord with you as Chris again is offensive-minded and gets the little tag.
Imagine the St. Peter's offense with Don Kennedy going against this Denver ball club.
200 would be reached by each side. Quite possibly.
Morris now with 3 points, and the Nets lead at 22-14. He's just playing consistent basketball now, and that's what the Nets want for him. Just that consistency.
I felt all along that if Chris was going to be a player, Bill Fitch would be the guy to help him. Just his outlook, having seen so many things, experienced good players becoming better. Wow.
They called the offensive foul on Reggie Williams. He stuck the arm right into Theus's face. Second personal on Williams. Cook leaves the lineup now, and Jerome Lane, the former Pitt star, comes into the lineup. And a couple of early entries. Lane left after his junior year. Chris Jackson after his sophomore year. Coleman to Mookie. Nice move.
Nice ball movement. They got the 3, but isn't that lovely? The kick around.
Now, earlier in the year, Chris Morris might have fired that shot up. So
Maybe.
now he's looking for Reggie, and everybody's looking for everybody else.
Because they know they'll get it back. And you can't blame Derek for the three. He was anticipating offensive rebounding position.
Mookie, nice anticipation to Theus. And it'll go over. Interesting, there are times Reggie will be able to control that basketball in a situation like that.
He'll get it back somehow. Jerome Lane.
Here's Woolridge.
Tough match. Dudley out on him.
Mookie tipped home.
I think Morris, sir.
How many times does he do that?
Great offensive rebounder with style. Look at
Dudley
this.
with a big block out to Mookie. 2 against 1 to Coleman. He's clobbered as he goes up. And Derek will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, they're on fire and they're unselfish. The drag through by Morris set this little crossover for Mookie up, but Morris did not go all the way out. Paid attention to business, finished it off. But I thought this was a tough match for Dudley, huh? On Woolridge. Comes up with a great play and a giveaway. Nice one.
Derek Coleman now with 9 points in this first quarter, and the Nets lead it by a dozen. Tomorrow night, Nets go to Chicago to take on Mr. Jordan and the Bulls. Tough shacks, and there's another block. This one from Theus.
Paul Westhead was talking about Michael Adams. What a great player. That point position in pretty good hands with these two.
Certainly missing. Here's Theus firing away. Reggie has the hot hand also at 9 points.
Oh, heads up again. You seeing the game, Derek?
He's got a dozen, and Westhead needs a timeout because the Nets have opened up a 17-point lead here in this first quarter. The crowd loves it. 2:51 left in this first quarter. The Nets have hit 12 of 17 from the floor, and they lead it by a score of 31-14.
To get excited about.
Nets are one hot ball club here with 2:51 left in this first quarter. They lead it by a score of 31-14 and doing just everything right.
Before I read this promo,
Yes.
I suggest Denver identify some of the guys on the Nets just to acquaint themselves. Well, they've got to play some defense. But the LA Gear Catapult to Victory sweepstakes is here. Stay tuned for more details following the LA Gear Unstoppable Player of the Game. Catapult, the high-performance athletic shoe with the power feedback system, will make you feel unstoppable.
Look at those numbers. Worst point differential, Denver 11. They've been worse though. Philadelphia, Houston, the LA Clippers, Cleveland, Miami, and Virginia of the ABA. But nobody's given up 133 points a game.
Wasn't that Virginia after they unloaded all the great players?
What a team they
Yeah,
are.
they just couldn't afford it. I think Earl Foreman may have been the boss down there then. And Dudley or Coleman? Yep, Coleman.
They got it on Coleman.
That's where they've complemented one another as well. We talk about passing the ball. They're trying to help their partner out defensively. Mookie first comes down to scrape, and ooh, the reach down by Derek cost him, but he may have had all ball.
Yeah, looked pretty good. Cadillac Anderson's in the lineup now, the former Net, who didn't see much action with the Nets before being traded.
Cadillac on a pretty good winning streak, right? They won here when he was here. Then he went out and Denver won 6 in a row.
Well, Woolridge, 6 points since coming into the lineup.
Look at Reggie's setup. They got to stay at home. If Mookie and Reggie are shooting the ball, it opens up all the inside people.
Rebound, Jerome Lane. This is Greg Neal, who just up from the CBA Columbus Horizon. It's only his 3rd game.
I like him, by the way. Noodles. Yeah, he's a pretty good low post player, too. Jay Lane, Jerome.
Hey, listen, pretty good low post player, but you know, fans around the league get on Chris Dudley for his free throw shooter. Chris, a 50% shooter. He's improving all the time. Jerome Lane is 25 for 70 from the line.
Now, he shot pretty well at Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
He must have had some friends in the background in those days. Here he's...
It's 36%, though.
It's not very good. But Noodles, to finish the thought, one of those terrific passers just sees people. They got a lane violation?
No, it was an air ball.
I saw Chris argue.
Listen, hate to interrupt you again, but finish your thought about that guy already.
Well, no, he's such a good playmaker, and I'm happy to see him get another chance.
Oh, okay. Here's Wilkie.
Well, a lot going on.
This game is even too fast for us.
I'm wondering about Dudley's comments and smile after the air ball. Whether it was satisfaction,
I've been
glee,
there.
or made him feel part of things.
I've been there. Fifth turnover of the ball game for the Nuggets. Paul Westhead picking up a few more gray hairs this season. Nice look to Mookie.
Lichty, Hanslick, and Adam. That's a pretty good start for gray hairs.
Yes.
Got caught.
Lichty just underwent arthroscopic surgery on his left knee.
And the reason you'll get more gray hairs if you don't spot your man. I mean, acknowledge. Match up. They got a legal D on Anderson.
This whole defense is illegal. Everything about their defense is illegal.
Oh.
Wolf and Jackson back in the lineup.
Well, when LMU was good and Westhead was the coach, they went out and pressured you a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, they did some things, and I don't know if you can get that full court pressure. He's backed it into half court, but it takes an awful lot of work to become a good defensive team.
Well, they were starting to put some things together. Morris on the drive, Anderson on the foul, and he did come away from that, just that run and shoot press all the time, and they started winning, and now the injuries just really destroying this team.
Well, when you're doubled up, you've got to find people, and almost a sensational finish like Chris Morris. But what a look. That's where Coleman steps up his game, spotting his teammates.
Morris now at 7 points. Coleman already has 12. Reggie Theus with 9 and Mookie Blaylock with 8. Some pretty good numbers on Wednesday night.
Derek almost coming up with another one. Old-time weave there.
Woolridge.
Not a bad goal. Coleman over, trying to help Dudley.
37-19. We've got a minute remaining in this first quarter. Here's Coleman.
Say goodnight.
They got the ball.
Yeah.
He didn't forget it the second time.
They saved with the strength, but they're not even bumping him out on that little back screen by the guard.
39 points in this first quarter for the Nets. They lead by 20. This is Wolf.
Coming.
What a bad shot. Morris to Mookie.
Tough shot
That's
here.
not a good shot either. Tell you that.
Had Reggie,
They make you do things like that.
had Reggie in the corner though.
Morris just couldn't hold on to it.
This is a case of just inferior defense as he makes that little curl off the back screen. Chris with the active hands and the finish, and a very enthusiastic greeting for Petro. Fans enjoy him.
8 for 10. He could really tear the place apart tonight. Here is Jackson. And Woolridge with 12 seconds remaining. So the Nuggets will get the final shot here. Jackson, this is good defense.
Oh, he had Neal standing there.
Good defense indeed. They prevented Denver from getting off a good shot. And a good first quarter indeed for the Nets, who hit 15 of 23 from the floor for 65%. And after one, it's the Nets 39 and the Denver Nuggets 19.
We went to the fight capital of the world.
That's a very happy young man. He just hit a shot from mid-court and wins a trip, I believe, to South America, courtesy of American Airlines.
Tommy Nunez slapped him 10 when he made this. Look at this.
Whoa!
Look at Tommy. That's great. Oh.
Tommy having a good time.
You can't believe it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not in the technique, is it?
No,
And he made it.
that wasn't perfect.
He also made it before the start of the second quarter, which will do something for the team.
Well, you know, when Denver comes to town, these things happen.
They
You
may.
see? Everything seems to go in. And for the Nets in that quarter, 15 for 23, 65%. The Nuggets, 8 for 27. Chris Jackson was 3 for 10 the first time these teams met in Denver. He was 0 for 10. Now, the next morning was when he got woozy, and they diagnosed that arrhythmic heartbeat, the irregular heartbeat.
Which apparently it didn't become, from what I
No,
read
it's
later.
Tourette syndrome. So great quarter for the Nets, 39-19. Woolridge on the drive, and Dudley has picked up his second personal foul.
Tough for Chris.
Now that's an interesting number.
They surprised a lot of people with that graphic. Tough for Chris to play people that far from the basket with that bouncing ability, and thus the quick hook as Haley goes in.
You know, the interesting thing is, as Haley comes in the lineup for 5 straight quarters, the Nets had 39 points in that first quarter. That's 4 points less than they scored in their last quarter. Oh, there's Woolridge around Haley, easy.
Now Jack's gonna have to move the legs a little bit. Woolridge down underneath there getting the illegal D, but Haley, unfortunately,
That's an NBA cha-cha step over there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
he used them all. He picked it up in between steps, huh? Giving him 2.5.
The illegal D, and that's the second one already against the Nuggets. So the technical, and Nets lead 40-21. Here's Petro.
He can lean on him and shoot it.
Morris 4-3. High rebound, comes down over to Neal. To Jackson.
Nice give up.
Oh, yeah.
Good organized break.
Morris, a little bit too hard on the glass. Joe Wolf for the rebound. Here's Neal, 3 against 2. Nice feed to Woolridge, counted in 1.
Nice little run here, led by Noodles. Giving it up, giving Jackson a chance to do a little of his magic, and then comes back and counters with a pretty good dish off as he drives the defender into following him and then dumps it off. So, his kind of game, huh? Got it to 15.
Derek Gervin is coming to the lineup now for the Nets, replacing Chris Morris, who leaves with 8 points. And Woolridge, that's coming off the bench, has poured home 13.
And Spencer, the first time, a little 2-2-1 action. Nice hustle by Wolf.
Yeah.
And Bill Fitch wants Reggie back to help out on the pressure. That's what that conversation was about.
There's Neal. The tip by Wolf again.
Good activity.
Making things happen now. It is 40-28, 7 in a row now for the Nuggets. That's a lot of rhythm right now.
Now you think it's easy. You got to keep playing hard.
That's back in rhythm. He can do it quickly, can he?
Chris got lost easily.
Nice play by Gervin. Fast break, New Jersey. Coleman with Rasmussen. Back, and Derek puts it home.
Good selection.
16 for Coleman. The Nets by 16.
Little's running the show here.
He picked up 2 quick assists.
Take
He was
it over.
responsible for that run. Woolridge doesn't hurt either, does he? He already has 7 points in this quarter in 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Always could put the points on the board. Could have been a great rebounder in this league too, I think. Gervin, this is his kind of game, by the way.
Yeah.
Derek can get untracked a little bit.
Derek needs a
Yeah,
big game. He
he
really
needs-
hasn't had a good one since the injury.
Since Petro came back too, so he didn't get as many minutes. But you're right, the injury did knock him off stride.
Here's Woolridge again. He's hot. 17 points for Woolridge.
Tough
He is-
matchup for Jack, don't you think?
Yeah, oh, very tough. He's hit 7 of 10 from the floor. Bill Fitch is going to go to the bench. Way off the mark. Rebound, Joe Wolf.
Could get it to 10, huh?
Haley has it knocked out of bounds by Rasmussen. It'll be Nets ball. Mookie Blaylock and Terry Mills will come back into that lineup. Mills for a first time, and a timeout called with 8:55 left in this first half, and the Nets leading it 44-32.
Hi, interested in that Ford Taurus?
Yeah, I'm just.
Hey, hope to see you out at the arena on Tuesday night if you can't make it. The Nets will be here against the Sacramento Kings Tuesday night at 7:30, and you can enjoy it live and exclusive right here on Sports Channel. Right here, the Nets up 44-32. We have 8 minutes 55 seconds remaining in the first half. Spencer Ross along with Bill Raftery. The Nuggets getting second chance opportunities in this quarter. Now, the Nuggets 6-zip on the rebounds. They've also shot a heck of a lot better than Nets. Nets are 2 for 7 in this quarter after a real good first quarter of shooting.
And they made the run with Neal on the floor. Hungry Noodles Neal. He hasn't had Noodles or Groton playing in the CBA.
That's for sure.
Pressure got them stimulated somewhat.
Gervin guarded by Woolridge. Here's Petrovic. Good rebound for Gervin. They don't box out.
No, he slid right by. Mentally, this could be a good run for him.
Rasmussen. Rebound Mookie. This is 4 against 3 to Gervin. Offensive foul. Neal.
I don't blame you for the smile, Derek. Well, it's not Hollywood.
He's still moving. Look, he's
but
still moving.
He'll get the mile. Well, he did throw the arm out at the end, but Noodles was moving. Normally, you will not get that. But holding 14, sometimes you do.
Petrovic, pretty feed, tipped home by Terry Mills. 16-point lead again for the Nets. Here's Noodles. Woolridge with the rebound, the foul against Derek Gervin. And Woolridge will go to the line to shoot 2. This was pretty close to a goaltending call.
Well, I
right
just
here.
admire the running of the floor by Mills. And it's off, but great effort. I mean, he's another welcome addition to this basketball team. Good enthusiasm, hunger.
You know, you first look at him, he looks chunky. And yet, like you say, he runs the floor beautifully.
Pleasant in chatting about
Nice kid.
his days at Michigan and his brother.
There he is, Terry Mills.
You say that's
Who has not
chunky,
been invited.
Terry. That was Spencer Ross.
He hasn't been invited to PJ's for dinner either lately.
He may not be ever. He may not.
He may not.
He may never get that invite. I understand he's living out of state and commuting to the Meadowlands.
What's that?
All the Seton Hall people are upset at him.
They don't want him living
Yeah.
in Jersey. Of course, he was a member of that great Michigan team that won the NCAA championship, beating Seton Hall. Exciting moments.
Woolridge can score, though, can he? Always could. Ringing
Anthony
that bell.
Cook back into the lineup, replacing Orlando. 18 points for Woolridge. Petrovic had 22 in 19 minutes in that game against Atlanta.
That was an impressive performance. for the Nets as
Yeah.
well as Petro.
Those numbers you saw around the season, 8.5 points a game, but in 10 games with the Nets, nearly 16 a game. Nice move by Jackson.
Wow. That's a tough bank, isn't it, on the run?
Straight away. Coleman. Mills battling for the ball. He made that happen.
Ooh, one extra pass.
Petrovic winds up with it. Looks for the three-point line. And in and outer, and Rasmussen with the rebound. Marcus Liberty in the lineup. Rebound, Derek Gervin to Mookie.
Good luck.
Gives it to the middle to Petro, and a nice feed to Mills. Whoa! You gotta love it.
Great pass to the middle. Set it all up. Oh, gorgeous release.
Rasmussen. Now, I said he looks jumping. I didn't say he is jumping. But he can play, boy.
Nice look.
Coleman. Count it if it goes. He'll have two.
And he's mad because Derek Gervin put it on the correct hand to lead him to the basket. But there are some shots during the course of an NBA season that you deem miraculous. This may not be in that category, but straight in without the glass. Whew. Not easy.
Derek Coleman already with 17 points in the ballgame. Reggie Williams. Marcus Liberty has the rebound. Rasmussen.
We got squared up quickly. Got to rebound. Bill's talking to Petro. Stay in there till we get the ball. See, a lot of clubs, they can play small like this. No center with Mills. The two Derricks.
Rookie's got the guy. He has 10 points.
It's good overall size without a dominant big guy.
Anthony Cook. Pretty tip in.
Got to put a body on him. Give me Liberty.
Give me Liberty.
Or give me my demise. You got to check him out.
And Marcus with his first 2 points. Here's Gervin, blocked by Rasmussen. Williams to Jackson. And gives to the trailer Williams, who's clobbered by Terry Mills.
Nice delay on the trail.
Chris Morris backing into that lineup. Joe Wolf back into the lineup for Denver.
Good run. Of course, the drag through set up the trail for Reggie Williams, and Mills just making sure there's no deuce.
So Williams, the former Georgetown great, nearly 11.5 points a game, but over 16 since coming over from San Antonio. Played in 16 games now with the Denver team.
Yeah, they're very happy with him. Filling it up. I spoke to John Thompson a couple of weeks ago. He just talked about Reggie as a quiet guy, just plays, doesn't bother anybody, and never got on track in the NBA. I mean, maybe a chance here with this franchise.
Here's Terry Mills. Joe Wolf has the rebound, gets it out over to Jackson.
Let's keep getting these kind of shots, and Denver keeps taking these. This one, although getting closer, will be an easy one.
11-point New Jersey lead. 4:25 remaining in the first half. Petrovic, nice fake. Is that a nice fake or is that bad defense, Bill?
I thought it was a good fake. You know, he had the pick set the defense to come running after him. It's tough to control yourself, and you'll bite for anything when you're late.
Yeah. Here's Petro.
Mills.
They're going to get the foul on Mills?
Yeah, it's a shame.
Move.
And Petro's furious.
Took 2 points away from it.
Chagrin. Well, they love that down screen. Officials, that is.
It's a pretty setup, but you can't move when you're setting that pick.
Well, certain guys can't move.
Yeah, okay. Rookies can't move when they're setting that pick.
That's better.
Mills cut off the baseline nicely. Ooh, nice the way he handled that ball between his legs, wasn't it? Petrovic. Drazen.
He can make the open jumper. And does that make your break look good? Also, it puts pressure on your half-court defense, the opponent's half-court, because you're so conscious of him.
Liberty knocked away. Here come the Nets on the break to Petrovic.
Good use of the rim. Nice run right now as Denver takes a 20. But Chris Morris with that deflection got beat. Didn't pack the tack.
Up to 15 points once again, 60 to 45. Watch Terry Mills right here off this deflection underneath the basket. He makes the defensive play, cutting off the baseline. Now watch the way he controls the ball.
You like this, huh?
Oh yeah, come on.
Well, that's why you do those ball drills. You make the big guys do exactly what the little guys do. Of course, you learn that young at camp, but Razin finding a home away from home in New Jersey.
Interesting, the two Nets, the two newest Nets making things happen.
And this play using the body, getting that rim. Nice little play. He's learned a lot at an early age, hasn't he?
Petrovic, a great star for Yugoslavia in the 84 and 88 Olympics.
So he wants to play against the best.
Well, he's here. Folks, as we mentioned, in Zagreb, Yugoslavia, on an Italian restaurant. His dad's the chef. We're invited there for dinner, by the way. Dinner for 4, Bill.
Well, I think I'll wait a while.
Well, we're not going to make it for dinner tonight. That's for sure. Not in Zagreb. Amadeus, if you're ever in Zagreb, Yugoslavia. Just drop in, say hello, and tell him you're a Drazen's fan.
Shoot him an offense.
Here's Derek Coleman.
Never got it organized. They just went off the wrong leg. Let me finish that.
2:45 remaining in this first half. The Nets with 62 on the board.
Pretty conscientious on this defensive end. Now, why did he bite? Petro bit.
It's a 3-point attempt for Reggie. And he has 7 points.
Little 3-man basketball right here. ISO and the others.
That's for 3. Around and out. Rebound Wolf. Even when he misses, it's on the money. Cook. Wolf. Hit off Liberty's knee, out of bounds. It'll be net ball. Reggie Theus will come back into the lineup, replacing Petrovic. And we'll get a timeout.
They've really been conscious of the open floor right here. Just make sure to get it done before the defense collapses. Not the prettiest of slams, but effective.
It's worth 2 points. And the Nets have lots of 2 points in this ball game. They lead it 62 to 48.
Take your average family trip.
Premieres Thursday at 7, exclusively on Sports Channel.
A reminder, tomorrow on Sports Channel, the New Jersey Devils will take on the Philadelphia Flyers. That's a 1:30 start, 1:30 in the afternoon. And then it'll be the Islanders and the Pittsburgh Penguins at 7:30. The Devils and the Flyers, the Islanders versus the Penguins. Doubleheader hockey all tomorrow, all live and exclusive on Sports Channel. With Bill Raftery, Spencer Ross back here at the Meadowlands. The Nuggets taking good advantage of the turnovers to contribute to 16 of their points. And they have shot a lot better in this half. The Nets, though, good teamwork once again. The Nuggets, first guy up the floor, fire it away. The Nets with 13 assists to 5. You're not going to win many games in the NBA, averaging about 11 assists a ball game.
Well, the Nets are doing their own firing, but it's because of ineffective defense. Some good open shots. They're not taking away much of their sets.
Mookie. Oh, it's nice. Coleman to Mookie Blaylock. 12 points for Blaylock, and the Nets lead it by 16 again, 64-48.
Derek likes to win. He's not afraid. He doesn't care about numbers.
Woodson led by as many as 20. That was after the first quarter.
Good job by Morris, forcing Woolridge all the way out to a pick and roll.
4 on the clock. Reggie Williams fires it home. He has 9. And the Nets lead it by 14 as we approach the 1-minute mark. 1:05 left in this first half.
Nice play here, too. Look at this 3-man basketball.
3 for Reggie Theus. He's got 13, and the Nets have 67.
Form that triangle, huh? Simple kind of basketball.
Neal knocked away by Coleman. Picked up by Morris. 3 against 2 to Mookie. Back to Morris. That should have been a goaltender.
I think he got on this side. You may be right.
Good defensive play by Theus.
I think his hand went across after he hit it. That's what you probably saw.
Okay. All right.
You may be right, but let's take a look. I thought he had it on the see. Then the ball shot across. I don't know. Tough call.
Chris Jackson back into the lineup replacing Neal. Noodles looks like he's limping.
Yeah, I think when he hit the deck.
Woolridge foul against Mookie. Mookie's mad at himself because he shouldn't, you know, it's good to help out, but you're not going to block his shot.
Well, also when you go down, you didn't expect Woolridge to come all the way back. I think he moved further back than Mookie anticipated. Key guy right there.
And missing him for those 2 games, I think it was really pointed out how important he is to this ball club. Here's Woolridge, who has really filled it up since coming in off the bench. He has 19 of their 51 points. Halftime, Bill will be talking to Paul Westhead. Conversation we had prior to the start of the ball game.
Everything he does is with style. Look at this breakaway. Good balance by Wolf.
How do you get a break off a mystery, off a made free throw?
I don't know.
I mean, that really just points out where their defense isn't.
Well, not paying attention to business.
Yeah, concentration.
But Orlando with the glasses, much like the Hollywood look, huh? Not the normal goggles.
He hasn't talked to Moses about
The different shades. Huh?
goggles. That's good play for the final shot. The 24-second clock is off. Reggie. Rebound Coleman with 2 seconds. And that'll do it. Joe Wolf has it, and the buzzer sounds, ending the first half. Good first half indeed for the New Jersey Nets. Their shooting dropped off in that second quarter. Nevertheless, they are 50% for the ball game, and at halftime, they lead the Denver Nuggets by a score of 67-52. We're going to take a break right here, and following the break, we'll be getting over to the News 12 newsroom for an update on the Middle East situation with Roma Torrey. Situation basically the same. The reboundings are exactly even, and the turnovers, the Nuggets have turned it over 3 more times. The scoring totals: Woolridge is the big man for the Nuggets with 20 points off the bench. Jackson with a dozen. Derek Coleman with a 20-point effort in that first half. Reggie Theus, Mookie Blaylock also in double figures. Morris and Petrovic pretty close to the double-figure mark here at halftime. Off the boards, it's been a Derek Coleman night with 11. Wolf with 9 for the Denver Nuggets. And Derek Coleman, 20 points in that first half, and he did it with real good shooting, 8 for 12. But we pointed out he's getting that ball on the blocks, he's getting it in the paint, and it makes it so much easier because they play one-on-one defense. They don't help each other out. They're just not there to help a guy out in deep.
A couple of times they doubled, but Derek responded with great passes.
Yeah.
The nature of offense is to try and get good shots, and if you give Derek Coleman post position, he's going to kill you. And of course, Woolridge can score with the best of them.
Woolridge with 20 points in that first half, despite the fact that he didn't start the ball game. He had the 20 points in only 14 minutes on 7 of 10 from the floor and 6 of 7 from the free throw line. So we're ready for the start of the third quarter, with the Nets leading in the ball game by a score of 67-52. They go to Chicago tomorrow night, back here on Tuesday night against Sacramento. This is the second half of the season. Bill Fitch wants some of those close games, and the Nets have been in most of the games this year. This is the time of year when, if the Nets are going to turn it around, there is still an opportunity to do same, and an opportunity to put quite a few more W's on the board than last season. And right now the Nets appear to be on the way, well, easily to increase the total of last season, but you want more than that.
I think they're a better team. That's the first step. I mean, it's not a stat that as a coach you look and say, I got to win X amount of games. You got to get better to win them anyhow. And I think that's what they've done, and they can address the record now in the second half.
15-point lead. Wolf, Williams, Rasmussen, Jackson, and Anthony Cook for Denver. There's Joe Wolf with a nice sweeping left-handed hook. He has 6 points. The Nets with their regular starting lineup: Morris, Coleman, Dudley, Theus, and Blaylock.
This has been an effective play. Just back screen and Dirk doing the damage. Nice look. Unfortunately, the kick.
Yes, a little bit too low on the bounce. The only way you could deliver it, though, was on the bounce. And on the turnover, it goes over to the Nuggets. That's with only 28 points in that. Oh, I say only in that second quarter. That's the first time in 6 quarters they haven't gone over 30.
A mini slump, huh? Nice little, I was going to say, pass.
Yeah. Cook on the follow. It's now an 11-point ball game.
Got to pay attention. Early in the half, you got to put them away.
Theus.
You give them their legs, they get that confidence level up. Big basket right there.
They shut the Nets down for a minute and 4 seconds.
Now, Denver does not get a lot of points inside. And that makes it a tough evening. Wow.
Jackson for 3. Give him 6 if he makes that one. Well, Rasmussen, if you didn't know it, you wouldn't know he's 7 feet tall. He doesn't play like a center at all.
And Danny Shea's a guy that played a lot like Rasmussen, too, although he was a little bit more of a banger.
Still be net ball. Here's Mookie.
Stroking.
But that, you know, last year you mentioned many times the Nets didn't put in that open jumper, and now they're burying them, and it makes a very big difference.
How about the 3 guys, though? Reggie, Mookie, and there's third Reggie trying to answer there, and Petra.
That's a nice look by Morris, and Reggie just very nonchalantly.
Nice look. You know, well, what he did is he's just trying to make sure if there was a bang, it didn't force him under the glass. So, you know, just that experience.
Protected the ball. 22nd timeout called here by the Nuggets, who were within 11, and the Nets suddenly have run 6 in a row. Watch Morris right here. He's always looking, and watch Theus on the grab and the drive.
Able to run under it, most importantly there, Spencer. And as noted, just that hesitation. You want to bang me? I'm still going to make it.
That's right. Well, he also knew who was on his back. There was the little guy, Chris Morris. So it's up to 17 again, with 9:38 left in this third quarter.
And appropriately, while there's a break in the action, this ought to be a great time to break for the great taste of Bud Light. It's a big hit with fans everywhere because everything else is just a light.
Morris, thus far in this ball game, only 8 points, got them all in the first quarter.
The loop, huh? Chris got away with it earlier, deflected the basketball to a teammate and took off.
Got him this time, though. Morris picks up the foul. And on Morris, that's his second personal. That was Joe Wolf, you heard screaming, whoa, 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 whoa. He wanted the ball. He was all alone.
And a reach in.
Foul.
Dudley. No, they got Morris for it. Yeah, he was wide open. On
Yeah.
a quick handoff from the referee, Chris was not on his man.
I thought somebody was being attacked. I was looking around. It was him screaming.
Well,
Yes.
you knew Denver was on offense if you thought somebody was being attacked.
Oh, wow. Reggie, I think, got away with an inadvertent push. And here's Morris. What a nice look by Reggie. He saw Morris coming up off his back, and a great assist.
And did you see him ward the defense off to? Carried them right across the lane.
75-56. The Nets by 19.
Chris again. Morris. Not happy about it. But you thought Reggie got away with one. A little deflection by Mookie, and the run over, they got a technical on Chris Morris. Look at the warding off now as Theus bumps the defense, and Reggie now grabbing Chris Morris, saying, get under control.
Chris has also picked up his 4th personal foul.
Returning to the game for this. Replacing Chris Morris.
And Derek Gervin will come into the lineup to take his place.
Bill Finch trying to control his anger by opening the sweatsuit, getting the sleeves out. Anything to maintain composure.
Man does a good job of that, doesn't he?
He sure does.
Trying to put together a winning team, and he's done it on several occasions in his career.
Said Mookie was on the line. This has taken a lot of patience. Last year, particularly for him. By his own admission, he didn't think the Nets were as bad. Can't let a guy just go wire to wire like that. Over the top. Mr. Cook.
Foul goes against Anthony Cook. I like Bill's line about Chris Morris, the way he's played recently. He said, if he continues to play this way in 3 or 4 years, I want to become his agent.
Yeah, I did read that.
There's Coleman all alone.
That was too simple. Gee.
This is 3 against 2. Williams to Jackson. Jackson sometimes forgets about the numbers on the fast break.
Well, he never takes it to the goal unless he's got the dribble on his own. And they got another technical now. See, they give it to Reggie Williams, I think. Yep.
You got it.
Technical foul, number 34 in there.
As you're saying, very quiet young man, just goes about, but he did say something.
Well, he occasionally will whisper, but the Shakespearean authority over there.
Coach Westhead.
Paul Westhead taught some English at LaSalle. I think I would have passed that course. Passed on that course. Let me say that. He felt he got hit here,
Yeah.
turns the ball over, and there's more than
I don't really love
what hotel reservations did you make?
He's got it to Mookie. 10 on the shot clock. Good feed to Dudley.
And he makes that.
He's improved in that shot.
He's becoming a patent of his. Good hustle by Mookie. Almost got it and then recovered. See, that's going to stay at home. They haven't even been doubling the post. You know what that does to your defense? I mean, everybody on their own. No open jumpers when you double up and try and recover or rotate.
Jackson 6 for 18 in this ball game, and couple that with the 0 for 10 in Denver, so 6 for 28. It's at about 23, 24%, something like that.
Yeah, 41% for the year and 29 at 3. I think shot selection the problem, and that is great shot selection, but better post offense.
Yeah.
Just stepping in there.
In deep again, 22 points for Coleman. The Nets lead at 80-56.
Brady.
They've run 13 consecutive points.
And that was Chris Dudley's hustle. And you can see the frustration there. Both Nuggets in position to finish it off. Isn't that great? Now he gets hurt on this particular play. Got a swipe maybe by Chris as he went by. Here's the little curl again.
Dudley
Look at
will
this kid
try
work.
it again.
Look at this kid work. It's great. When more guys expend that effort, you got something going.
Gets the rebounds for you. Here's Joe Wolf firing away. It's a 13-point run for the Nets, who lead at 80-58. Sam Bowie, talking to him before the game. Sam expects to be back in the lineup tomorrow night. Just how much he can play is a different story. Derek Gervin.
And he should pass. He had Reggie, and Bill thought he got bumped. But in that traffic area, you got to give it up. Reggie was set up on the three-point line.
Bill Fitch a little perplexed at that call.
Right into the middle here. Now here's the little pinch, but near us, set up, and he did walk. Whether he got bumped or not, the officials didn't concur, was Reggie Theus, and that extra pass has made the Net a better team.
New Jersey Nets basketball is brought to you in part by RCA Cutter Track 2. The Devils and Islanders take on Pennsylvania's teams live this Saturday on Sports Channel.
That's Donna Mastropolo of the Nets front office with her little baby niece, who, what an alert little kid. I mean, she comes out here, she cheers for baskets and everything. I want to remind you, tonight, take a look at the New York Mets in the offseason through the eyes of 300 hitter Dave Magadan. The Mets inside pitch hot stove report with Dave Magadan tonight at 11 o'clock exclusively on Sports Channel. And right here we have 6:27 remaining in the third quarter. The Nets leading it by a score of 80-58. Here's Noodles Neal in the lineup once again, and Woolridge, he picks up where he left off.
They had run a double screen on the high post and let him work down low. He can fill it up.
At 20 in the first half in 14 minutes, and now back in the lineup. Here's Mookie. Nice spin with the left hand.
Hesitation. Had his man Noodles Neal stand still. Tough match here on the dribble for Dudley.
They got him for travel.
Chris moved the legs. Interesting, that matchup. I'm sure Bill wants to keep Coleman near the goal for rebounding. Not that Dudley can't either.
Coming off a 17 rebound performance against Atlanta.
Good job by Coleman. He directed the ball all the way around.
Count that if it goes. The foul will go against Rasmussen. And Derek Gervin will go to the line to shoot two.
And Derek Coleman asserting his mind, the mental aspect of the game on this team. He directed the ball all the way around, then the double, then the acknowledgement to Gervin. So the maturing process.
Gervin now with 3 points in the ball game. Derek is trying to get things together. And the Nets lead it by 24 now, 84-60.
Wolf had Gervin, and Reggie Williams chose not to give it to him.
Here's Woolridge with defensive play again. Here come the Nets on the break. Reggie Theus. Dudley to Gervin. That's the shot he made before the back went on him.
Still not there.
Still not able to fill it up.
How about the ball movement, though? Dudley, very unselfish, giving of oneself.
There's a good look from Woolridge underneath for the easy 2 points to Reggie Williams, who now has 11.
Noki's got to slide away from his man so he can beat him to that spot. Ball was all the way opposite him.
Mookie with 16 points and only 12 for Chris Jackson. So that matchup has gone the Nets' way. And Mookie with a near steal. Here's Rasmussen.
Look at that rebound.
Oh, that was tough.
And he was held, too. Reggie Williams had a hold of his book bag on one arm and still able to tip it.
Only the 4th team foul against the Nuggets as Rasmussen off this miss. And watch Cole.
This is why he's so tough. I mean, there's his arm and shoulder pulled south. kept that long left arm up north.
Reggie Williams with the foul. Diaz counted if it goes. He's so good at getting the impossible shot off when he feels somebody on his arm because he knows he's going to go to the line to shoot two.
Well, he set it up earlier because when he made the shot, he asked the ref. He said, "He got me."
Yeah, right now.
Well, he knew he'd be paying attention to him.
Williams leaves with his 4th personal. Here's Diaz. Reggie, 21 points very quietly each and every quarter, getting his points. He had 9 in the first quarter, 4 in the second, and 9 more here in the third. Woolridge. Dudley's doing a good job on him. He's making it tough for him, and that's all you can do with a guy like Woolridge.
A little too much. Got to respect the D.
Doodles as Woolridge is the trailer, but takes it himself. Greg Neal with his first 2 points, and the Nets lead 88-64.
One of the few times Mookie's done that in a while.
Yeah. He's usually been the stealer rather than the stealee.
Still having a
Way off the mark.
shot on vacation.
Nice block by Diaz.
Neal's getting in the middle, but just can't come up with the completion. And he had a little noise on this too. But Dudley's really come on strong in analyzing the dribble moves and helping his partners out.
Here's Woolridge and a nice feed, and Cadillac Anderson gets his first 2. The former short-term net. It was part of that deal, the 3-team deal, which made Drazen Petrovic a New Jersey net.
He was
Here's
here.
Dudley.
Nice cut again.
Oh,
He was only here for a couple of days. He didn't even go to the wrong locker room, as some guys do when they're traded.
Woolridge. Dudley will pick up the foul. Chris upset. Felt he got all basketball. 2:33 left in this third quarter. Dudley gets his second hoop of the night right here.
Well, you're so free that you can fumble it and still make it. The opposition's in trouble.
2:33 left in this third quarter. The Nets up by 24. I get an idea just how they do defensively or how they don't do defensively. Denver, 133 points a game they give up, far and away the most. That Pittsburgh team, I don't think the Hawk was with them anymore. He might have been already.
Oh, no, Brisker and that crowd. Trooper
John
Washington
Brisker
for a little bit.
But I think Connie Hawkins was already with Phoenix at
and
that
Tommy
point.
Kerwin, too.
Yeah.
But you notice the old ABA flavor, even though those numbers were made in the NBA. You can see Denver a few times.
Was that the Texas? What Texas team was that?
Chaparrals.
That was the Dallas Chaparrals.
Well, no, they were Texas for 1 year.
1 year? Okay. Gee, you know your stuff.
Well, it's just, I remember reading the book.
The Dallas Chaparrals and the Houston Mavericks. And the Anaheim Amigos. They were my favorite. Had a great three-point
How
shooter
about
named
the
Les Selby.
San Diego Conquistadors with Will Chamberlain as head coach and Stan Albeck as the assistant, just in case Will didn't show for the game.
Here's Woolridge at the line. We got an NBA note for you. Ricky Pierce is no longer a Milwaukee Buck. A lot of folks thought he might be coming to the Knickerbockers. He is not. He's heading out to Seattle for Dale Ellis. A one-for-one deal. No money involved. That's the report we get. 90-67. The Nets lead it by 23. Tate George in the lineup now, replacing Mookie Blaylock.
Give Tate a chance. Woolridge held.
Yeah, that's a good call by Tommy Nunez.
Sure was. Derek couldn't make the move on the pass.
Nuggets are over the limit, so Coleman will go to the line to shoot two.
Good opportunity for Tate George, Spencer, to assert himself at the point. Give Mookie some rest. Tough evening tomorrow night expected in the Windy City. I hate to leave you out there on your own.
Sure you do.
The cab drivers in Chicago are going to get stiffed.
You got a big college game here Sunday.
Also, yes, Saturday night too, Georgetown Seton Hall. And then for the homeless on Sunday, you've got Georgia Tech, Neil's old school, playing Arizona.
You can elaborate a little on that when you talk about for the homeless.
Well, the money goes for the homeless. I think Comic Relief is the charity. Sonny Vaccaro. It's his personal project. I know a lot of people have had some things to say, both in the paper and on the radio, that it's a Nike venture, self-serving, but it has nothing to do with them. It's a project pitting two teams who happen to wear Nike, but in the last two games, the clubs did not wear Nike, so it wasn't a Nike thing for 3 straight years. It just happens that this year Arizona wears them and Georgia Tech, but it's his special project for those less fortunate.
And it's Sunday afternoon here at the Meadowlands. Here's Coleman on the drive, and Derek kicked it out himself. 2 minutes, 6 seconds left in this third quarter.
Well, Bill does not want things to change. They've had a nice effort, concerted effort. You don't want to lose it now, lose the flavor and feel. I like the way he's tried to get Gervin involved here, too. Give him a minute. He knows what Petro can do.
Yeah, he wants Derek to just get that feel back. And as far as Tate George is concerned, this is still a rookie. This is a confidence booster. Could be.
Could be a good player once he understands what he can get away with, like Reggie does. Heck of a kiss there, huh? A little strong.
Here's Woolridge taking it by himself. He's got 25, and the net lead is down to 20.
Well, they can get him in a hurry, so don't take the no-dose.
That's trying to win their second in a row. And not only try and win it, but win it in convincing fashion. That's another good feed from Holman. And easy two.
Now Woolridge just manhandled by Derek.
Hill has it knocked away.
You see him shove him down on the baseline, welcoming him to the cheerleaders. Look at his back in and tower of strength.
I tell you, where he makes the catch, though, that's something we haven't seen enough of. It's great if he can do it against the better team.
How about Reggie getting it to him when he did get the 3?
Here's Cadillac. His second basket of the ball game, and the Nets again by 20. Under a minute remaining. 45-second third quarter. Have to point that out, but with Denver, you have to realize it's Denver. 94 is not a ball game. Derek Gervin.
Oh my goodness, you can see just off his game the slightest, huh?
And when you're a kind of pure shooter like Derek Gervin, that's your game. You've got to make the shot.
Well, that's what this is for, though. This is a good time to gain that valuable experience under the pressure, too, not the practice situation.
1 for 7 in this ball game.
Couple of seconds differential.
Got it to Coleman again. Count it and one.
Wearing Orlando like an old shirt, huh? Ooh. Abusing.
Oh, and he's getting no help, too, right?
Well, you just don't let guys step in there first. That's where his mistake is.
He's letting Derek get tremendous position.
He doesn't look too happy either. He wants the ball at the other end for retribution. But he's got Dudley playing him, not Coleman.
29 points now for Coleman. Final seconds of this third quarter, and Jackson fires. That's a 2-pointer with 3.7 seconds remaining. Comes to Dudley. He got it to Reggie. 4-3. And that'll do it.
Chris Dudley's made some timely passes. Very involved in the game.
Excellent. The Nets almost wound up with that final hoop after Jackson buried that 2-pointer. And through 3 quarters here at the Meadowlands, the Nets lead it by 21, 97-76.
Put the whistles away.
The Pacific, exclusively on Showtime.
Sunday, Sports Channel continues its coverage of local college basketball. The Peacocks of St. Peter's take on the Iona Gales. That's Metro Atlantic basketball. MAC basketball Sunday night at 7:30, live and exclusive right here on Sports Channel. Spencer Ross and Bill Raftery back here at the Meadowlands. 21-point lead, so the Nets have another 30-point quarter. That's 6 of their last 7. Those 4 against Atlanta, 30-plus quarters. Tonight, only in the second quarter, they fall short of 30 points as they wound up with 28. And they'll start the fourth quarter with Chris Morris back in the lineup, along with Drazen Petrovic, Chris Dudley, Tate George, and the 5th man will be Derek Cole.
And Bill, an unfamiliar situation going into the last period with a commanding lead after solid basketball.
Denver will go with Neal and Jackson in the backcourt, Woolridge Lane, and Cadillac Anderson up front. They really don't have a center in there. That's going to be Denver ball as the pressure as Denver starts this fourth quarter with full court pressure.
Bill furious that they weren't ready to handle it.
Jackson. He's now 9 for 22 from the floor, and he has 18 points.
Got a post up, which Dudley did, and open this up.
Petrovic to Coleman, clobbered by Cadillac, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Nice little look, huh? And that time they got themselves in position. What Dudley did in the middle of the floor was suck the defense up. Now Petro ends up with the pass over the top, and he does a nice job of slipping the ball unselfishly.
So Derek looks for his 30th point of the ball game, and the search will continue. He's got 30, which equals his career high. Here's Neal on the drive. Got those 30 against the Knickerbockers.
Tate saying to Derek, just get down there. I'll get it to you.
Count it.
What a post.
And they'll go to the line to shoot 2.
What a post pass again. Petro. Now you got 3 pretty good passers. And Tate George would be the 4th on the perimeter. Reggie, Mookie, Tate, and Petro. I mean, look at how easily they're shaping up. I mean, that's absurd when you think of it. I mean, you got to fight for position down there.
They don't make you fight that much, and I think that's the secret of their inability.
I don't think it's a secret.
Well,
well, it's not.
Don't tell
that's
anyone.
kept secret.
No, it's not a good secret. The reason. Here's Woolridge.
Oh.
Dudley with a great. Oh, they got the foul on Woolridge.
He must have thrown an arm after Dudley's great play. Well, we talked about the matchup. Bill Fitch, for his reasons, and after the arm must have hit the back, put Dudley on Woolridge, and he has responded. Look at
Dudley
this.
has the rebound, gets it back to Petro. Here's Coleman.
Oh, fellas, guard somebody.
You're talking like a coach now. But you're right. I mean, it's silly.
In the schoolyard now, you'd have fights. Guys, hey, you got to get somebody. You want to play here, you want to stay for the morning, get a guy, and stay with them.
And they're not doing that. As you said in the first quarter, they should go around introducing themselves to the Nets. Oh, I know you are supposed to be defending against.
Make believe it's a dance.
Yeah,
You walk up and say, hello, I'm so-and-so, and I'm going to be with you for the remainder of the evening.
101-78. Remember the old Eastern League?
Well, they usually went home with swollen lips, marks under your eyes,
And 141 to 136.
and a $40 check.
It's like, maybe.
Hal Lear was one of the great players in that league. Kid, I played with Frankie Corus, led it in scoring a few years.
Chris Sars, Danny Finn, George Feigenbaum.
Oh, you're going back.
Yeah, some great players.
They say Danny Finn was one of the great ones.
Oh, very bright man, Danny. College professor.
Eddie Conley used to talk about that guy.
Played for the Philadelphia Warriors. Actually played for Red Sarachek in Scranton before coming to the NBA.
There are more guys that played for Red than those that didn't.
And every one of them will learn from
Sweetheart,
the greatest.
Red at Yeshiva, he still teaches young coaches.
Oh, yeah.
Lou Conesecca being one of them.
And Lou still listens all the time.
And because of the theology classes or whatever, he never had a full complement of players at Yeshiva.
Right.
So he had more 2- and 3-man drills than any coach in America, because that's the number he often had at practice.
And his practices were very well attended by a lot of big name coaches who would come just to watch the way he conducted a practice.
And of course, the game is 2- and 3-man basketball, just like that.
Nice feed.
Jump ball
By Petrovic. He'll get the jump ball, though. Threw it on a little bit too much traffic. Joe Wolf's going to come back in the lineup. Petrov's a little upset at himself, but when you're up 23, you'll smile a little.
He is smiling. He's having a good time. Who needs Portland? Other than some playoff money?
Yeah, it's a couple of bucks.
Minor consideration.
Mills against Anderson. Nets win it. 10 minutes remaining in the ball game, and the Nets are already over 100. Coleman working on Wolf.
Nice cut.
Mills.
Oh, just bailed out Coleman. And Coleman almost steals that one as well.
105 to 80. Cadillac Anderson, great block by Morris. We'll get a jump ball.
Very much alive. Aggressive basketball. You can see the difference in the anticipation, the helping of one another. And here Mills missed the denial, the passing lane, but recovered. And of course, Chris over. He just gets the whack for getting that jump ball.
Coleman with another rebound to Morris.
Nice pull up. Look at the balance too now. Nice job.
Neal, count it, and one. Take George and pick up the foul.
Pretty good offensive play, but that was nice balance.
They got back.
At first looked like they were in trouble, but they peeled off nicely. Tate took that longer route to get his man. He could have gotten on top of his own man and then played. He wouldn't have been in that position.
Jerome Lane has left the lineup. Neal goes to the line and replaced by Kenny Battle. Jerome Lane really was very conspicuous by his absence, even when he was on the floor. He really didn't contribute much at all.
Nope.
Talking about a pretty talented kid, too.
Now, as things go bad, as you know, they all seem to go south. Wolf doing a number down there on Derek Coleman.
Paul Westhead, it is tough.
It isn't easy. You know, you're undermanned with injuries and not as talented as some of the Rocket teams we've gotten to know and see over the years.
Petro blocked by Reggie Williams. Here's a 3 against 2. Neal leads the break. Gives to Cadillac. Rebound Mills. Looks up and finds Coleman. Coleman sees Petrovic coming down. Takes it and one. Count.
And Petro made the break by sprinting. It opened it up, loosened up the defense a little bit, and that was the play to make. No dish off necessary nor possible.
Derek with 35, his career high. Neal will leave the lineup now for Denver. St. George gets a rest, and Mookie Blaylock back in. Big night for Derek Coleman. He's already been to the free throw line 15 times.
You can see that lack of reaction on the free throw, couldn't you?
They keep going. Hey, if it works. If it ain't.
Look at this guy work.
If it ain't broken.
Oh,
Don't try and fix it. Just keep going the same way. 37.
doing some abusing.
Good block by Mills. And look at him hustle for the ball. Here's Battle, alley-oop. And Coleman with the rebound. To Blaylock, 4 against 1. Morris won't go. Cadillac Anderson, Coleman knocked it away. What a feed by Morris. Oh! He missed the layup and then came up with one incredible feed to Derek Coleman. Whoosh!
It sure was. Well, that's the kind of game it is right now. This is some power move. And Kiss, but gorgeous pass as they come back in. And look at this look away. And it is showtime right now. It's not L.A., folks. It's the New Jersey Meadowlands version of Bright Lights.
The Cadillac's going to sit down after picking up that foul. And Coleman with 38 points in the ball game now.
Cadillac out, and tonight Denver playing like compact cars. Not after it at all.
Yeah, they need a tune-up, I'll tell you that. Here's Jackson, and we'll get a foul. Jack Haley will come into the lineup. Derek Coleman has finished his night's work with 39 points.
He wants to stay in right there.
I'm having fun. You got tomorrow night to worry about.
That's as good as he's played.
Yeah.
I know he got some easy position points, but turning it up, huh? Could have some second half impact.
13 for 19 field goals. 13 rebounds and 39 points. That's the most points any net has come up with this season. Here's Blaylock. Haley over the top for the foul.
Loose ball foul for Jack Haley. His first and team's fourth.
111 to 84. That's on their way to their second consecutive victory. There's Kenny Battle firing for 3. Mookie not able to save it. It'll still be Denver ball.
Showed his speed, didn't he? I'm just checking on Denver what they have upcoming. They go home for Boston and then go to Minnesota. So no rest, particularly with Boston coming in.
And playing at Minnesota isn't fun.
No.
Especially if you have to play outside.
And then, well, they won't have to, but their style, you may feel out in the cold.
Yeah, it's
slow down.
Joe Wolf, nice with the left hand.
Teammate of Michael Corrins down at Chapel Hill.
Some of Dean Smith's finest. As Petro gives to Mills. And we'll get a foul.
Either one, Williams or Rasmussen.
Mills will go to the line to shoot 2. They're going to give it to Williams. Reggie Williams is fouled out of the ball game. 11 points. And Marcus Liberty will come in to take his place. Kenny Battle also leaves. So Liberty's in there. Wolf, Rasmussen, Jackson. They still have only 4 people out there. Paul Westhead is going to put Woolridge back into the lineup. Terry Mills, another nice effort from the rookie.
Showed his all-out effort defensively. That loose ball you alluded to moments ago.
And I like that between the legs save in the
That was
first half.
nice.
It was pretty.
They've done a lot of nice things. Those got to feel pretty good. Whereas now, tomorrow in Chicago will tell us a lot.
They wrote a song about that, what a difference a day makes. And the Nets have to be aware of the fact that they are aware of the fact they're going up against much stronger opposition. And they've got to be ready for the Bulls.
To hammer in your original thoughts tonight, they didn't need those points, did they?
No, that's what
The
I
extra
said.
points from
That's
Atlanta,
right. But tomorrow night they can use a couple. But you can't save them for another night. 113-86. The Nets big.
And what a tough building as Rasmussen tees it up. Nice linger for that rebound.
That was nice, wasn't it?
It sure was. But that building's nice.
What a feed by Mills. to Petrovic.
Another added passer. All right, Willis.
And Liberty kicked it out of bounds. That's an aspect of his game, I'll tell you honestly, I did not realize he was that good at.
All right, Willis. Did you get that?
Yes.
With the trade, yes.
Okay.
He can pass.
Willis done good.
Yeah, this has made them a better basketball team. And as we both know, success breeds confidence, breeds an ability to beat people, brings you together. And who knows, it could be a wonderful second half.
New Jersey Nets.
115-86 with the Nets way out in front in this one. 29-point differential. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Nets, intended for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Nets and Sports Channel is prohibited. Should have put a clock on that. I bet you I read the disclaimer quicker tonight because Denver's here. You see, do everything like quick.
Step up a little bit.
Oh, sure.
You got to meet your opposition.
Bring the ball into forecourt in 4 seconds. You read the disclaimer in 2 seconds under the allotted time. 6:37 remaining in this ball game.
Too many people.
That's the second time the Nuggets have exerted pressure in this quarter and the second time the Nets have turned the ball over.
Well, what coaches do now, they'll look at this, and you might see a little tomorrow night. See, the Nets having trouble with that. And that
Chicago.
was a lack of communication. They didn't run their set. And two people, it's just like football in a sense. You're throwing a pass, two guys end up in the same area. You've got some problems.
Clogging the zone. Here's Woolridge against Morris. Woolridge had that great first half. A big difference when Chris Dudley got the defensive job against a good move by Bill Fitch.
They played him the first half, and I guess the advantage would be Woolridge, but he's hung in tough. Grazine looking for that.
Liberty, what a block by Mills. Petrovic able to save it to Mookie.
Nice communication.
Here's Petro. Mills. And Mookie fires away. Cook with the rebound. 5:45 remaining.
Anthony first picked by Detroit, if you recall, and never showed up. Jack McCuskey said, I'll pass. Let him go overseas. Very active kind of player. I sort of liked him in the Detroit scheme of things. Never materialized.
Another good product of the University of Arizona. Jack Haley. Haley will pick up the foul. And Woolridge will go to the line. So Woolridge with 27 points in the ball game. He has been the offense. Chris Jackson has 20, but shooting 9 of 22 from the floor.
Michael Adams is a big difference in this club, too. And he's the choreographer, makes those deep shots, runs the break for them, slips passes.
You know, just checking a number here, Bill, give you an idea. Talking about Rasmussen, the kind of player he is at 7 feet tall. In 44 games this year, 1,500 minutes, he shot 59 free throws. That's a little more than 1 a game. And you need your big man, your center, your 7-foot center should go to the line more than once a game.
Nice look again. Now you think of Moses in his heyday, 10 to 12 times a night on the free throw line.
But you're not going to go over the free throw line shooting up 20-foot jumpers. Terry Mills back in the line to shoot 2 with 5:02 remaining, and the Nets leading by 27, 117-90. Mills, since coming over, has been averaging 6.1 points a game in 9 games. He's got some friends in his Denver uniforms.
Oh, not tonight.
Well,
although the way they're guarding, they may be very fond of Terry.
Liberty now with half a dozen points. Morris to Petrovic, and great English on the ball.
That didn't come down. That was the key.
That's great Yugoslavian on the ball.
That was clever.
Here's Liberty.
Is that the same type of spin?
Here's Petro.
Uses the rim. He really
Yeah.
understands how to turn his back and then extend fully.
Put the spin off the glass nicely.
How about that? Deft.
Morris. Here's Mookie. Can he catch it in time? Yes, he can. 125-92. Right now, they've completely quit playing defense at all.
Paul Westhead with a little communication. It's lacking. He wants to get it somewhat prepared for the next game.
You watch it right here. Chris Morris with that feed underneath to Petrovic and off the glass. That's pretty.
Been a lot of pretty shots.
The Subaru Legacy is a long...
3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. That's on their way to their second straight win and possibly another 140-point effort. But whatever the final total is going to be, it's been a good night for the New Jersey Nets. And you might say, well, everybody does this to Denver. Some people haven't done it. And when you come into a ball game with a record of 15-34, as we said at the outset, sometimes maybe you try and do a little more than you're capable of doing because you say, gee, here's a good chance for a win. But the Nets have stayed within their game and played very well, and deservedly, they've made things happen and have piled up this massive lead. 33 points.
Awful easy shots,
Yes.
though, Spencer. I know Bill has to be very satisfied. The concentration that you mentioned.
But they stayed around looking for the easy shots. Getting the ball inside to Derek Coleman for the 39 points.
They didn't have to run second and third options. That's basically the difference. You got to make a club have indecision.
Well, Kirk Lee's in the lineup now, his first appearance. And Judd Bushler. Coleman's back. I guess maybe they figured he has 39, looking for 40, huh?
He talked himself into it. Let's
He
just
said he wanted to go back. Rasmussen.
gets a little bit of heat in Denver for the amount of money in his perimeter game. Makes a few dollars.
Petrovic. He just makes it look so easy. He has 14 points, 6 of 12 from the floor. Check it, 16 now for Petro.
There goes Derek. Steps.
Ooh, a lot of them. We'll try it again.
Tough to get it churned up again as
Kirk Lee will pick up the foul, and Woolridge will go back to the line. Bill Fitch is going to talk to Drazen Petrovic. The thing about Bill Fitch, the great thing about Bill Fitch, up, what, 29 points, 2:21 remaining. He's always thinking about tomorrow. Always
that's right.
coaching.
There's
Always
another
coaching.
day. The nice thing that Drazen has going for him, he can always blame it on lack of understanding.
I don't understand.
And have a case. I had players that used to say that to me all the time.
That's
I don't understand. And I didn't understand them either.
You're communicating very well here, though, Bill. I understand you. It gets me worried sometimes.
I coached in Puerto Rico, and whenever we were ahead, they understood my English.
Terryman, did they?
And when we were behind, no comprende. Senor. Had a lot of fun down there. Met a lot of great people.
They're going to call goaltending on Mills. Give the 2 to Woolridge. with 34, but give the 2 to Mills down the other end of the floor with a Chris Morris type follow.
And Derek Coleman was up looking at this one on the high board here. He's a terrific asset. Gives Bill a lot of maneuverability.
See if he looks for Derek. Nope, he takes it himself.
Derek never got back into the flow, did he?
I count that one. No, he did. Petrovic picks up the foul. Jackson now with 24 points in the ball game. But not a good ball game for this kid.
Oh, early he was questionable in his judgment.
You shoot 10 of 25. 40%. It's not a winning number.
Oh, when it was somewhat of a game, he was not knocking them down like this guy can.
And he can fire him away, can he? 18 for Drazen Petrovic. Here's Kirk Lee. Gets it to Coleman. And he'll go to the line to try and come up with his 40th point of the ball game.
I think that's what Bill's been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice give up.
Anderson picks up the foul. Here's Kirk Lee leading the break.
I made sure he got it to the big guy.
That's exactly what it was. He put Derek back in, and Jack Haley's going to come in. Oh. Wait a second. He's not going to come in unless Derek hits the second one. And Bill is holding it in. He doesn't want to smile. He's smiling now.
Well, this is nice, though. Good player, coach, relations.
Now he's going to get him out.
He was trying to foul there so he could come out.
Here's Mills to Coleman. But now he wants 42. He's got it. 134 to 104. The Nets by 30.
He's trying to foul so he can go out.
Yep, he's going out.
Look at Bill Finch smiling.
42 points for the rookie. 14 of 23 from the floor. And Bill with a big smile on his face, and Derek with more than a smile. Big night for the kid from Detroit.
Well, he's going to have one piece of hardware after the season, and more importantly, he's going to get a lot better.
And hardware you're talking about is Rookie of the Year. They could vote right now.
Yep, David Stern could mail it right over here. Saved himself a trip.
Petro.
Nice tip back.
Kirk Lee. Oh, that's at 140 against Atlanta. And there's Cadillac putting it home. They've got 136 in this game. And tomorrow night, the Chicago Bulls. There's Kirk Lee. Oh, pretty.
How did he do that?
He did it.
You don't like to see this.
Marcus Liberty.
You always want your guys paying attention.
Kirk Lee.
He wants his points.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of acting there. This is 3 against 2. Liberty knocked away by Mills. They get him for the foul. And Kirk's hurt. Fritz Massman and Bill Fitch.
They tried to pick up that charge. Must have had the wind knocked out of him.
Let's just hope it's that. Could be his leg. Mookie's coming back in.
Jumped right out. I mean, taking just a shot that occasionally impedes your scale of voice.
Yes, it could do that. Yes, it certainly can. And it hurts, too. There he is, the young man is. He had the wind knocked out of him.
That's the old baseball cop-out for announcers. used to listen to you with the Yankees when I was a kid.
Who was that Detroit assistant coach who said that to me in the locker room one night?
Brendan Malone.
Yeah, I talked to Brendan about that. Geez, Spencer, I was listening when I was a kid. John
You didn't speak to him the rest of the evening, did you?
Yeah. That's going to do it. That's why we went up to that nice place in the Palace in Auburn Hills after. He bought.
Thank goodness.
Big win for the Nets. Big in respect that they put 138 points on the board after the 140-point effort against Atlanta on Wednesday night. They follow it up, a 42-point night for the rookie, Derek Coleman, and a final score, the Nets 138, the Denver Nuggets 110. Bill Fitcher's ball club has now won 2 in a row. They head to Chicago tomorrow night. We'll get back to wrap things up right after this.